Sorry, gotta ask to help with something, but anyways, looks like term cross the last. Beatnik on pole. Beatnik on pole. Owen second. Redfire, I think, was third. Cryptic on third. Redfire fourth. Good God.
My mic disconnected, but Redfire Tiger P2. Oh my God. That is possibly, yeah, that is his best qualifying performance so far.
Can that person take a surprise Alpine pole? Yes! By 6 thousandths! Unbelievable! He just stole it! That being said, JTK is finding time in the first sector. 2.5 tenths. This would put him on pole right now. Season 7 Canada with Beatnik was the only time this French-based team was on pole position. JTK is never out of pole. At least for a moment, whether they stay there or not, can they be on pole? JTK goes fastest! Unbelievable! The rock star, the Flying Dutchman, whatever you want to call him, you can call him Pole Man right now.
And Jacob and Leighton have bogged down. Just look at the front. Redfire Tiger turn one. Why didn't I look at that? I'm so sorry, but that is fucking brilliant from Red. Into P1, turn 1.
Anyway, Hyper reeling in the Ferrari and going for it. He will take over the lead right before the start-finish line as we go on to lap number 3. DRS already enabled, but Lyral Fusion says, I want to be a part of this fight. Fastest lap set.
We saw what happened. He caught the curb and spun, and Redfire immediately onto the penalty boards. Let's see. Redfire 25-2. 28-6. So Redfire over 3 seconds faster than Jacob on the wet weather tires.
But first, in order to get back to that race lead, he's got to get Carlson, and he thought about getting the DRS right there. Carlson did, and Leo Lund went through on the both of them, and Cookie will have the DRS with Leo, and it's technically a drag race then. Tire versus tire, ERS versus ERS, DRS. Both for them. Now, yellow flags for their back, but for the race lead, Leo Lund not going to give it up so easily. Cuts right in front, and Cookie gets the switchback and is finally through. Our lead is about to change stake once again. Alex Norris, Tiro, Jake Bandy, 3-car fight, and it's Jake Bandy who's being put vulnerable to the next set of corners. Look at Tiro on the inside, trying to do a through goes Hamilton moment. He clips the rear of the Ferrari, 3 wide, almost to the old main straight.
Oh my goodness. There's
and we're
so
gonna go
much
to Cops Corner side by side again!
There is so much action. You just cannot keep up with what's going on. This is absolutely incredible.
No! Malley gets a penalty. Jake Bandy's back pass for second on track.
That sucks.
It really does, because he actually had a chance for a podium. Polish Hammer closing in. While that's happening, Jake Bandy re-overtaking for the lead. Remember, this guy is a reserve racing for McLaren tonight. He's never even had a podium, trying to get his first career win.
And look at Lewis Piper! Lewis Piper's going for the lead! Oh my God! Oh, baby! Oh, no! TB is now trying to fight Tadpole to get the lead for this race. Tadpole would love nothing more to get Alpine a second win in RPL to go back-to-back wins. That's something Tadpole would love to have. Tadpole, by the way, if he also wins, it will be his first RPL F1 win, and he can join the list of drivers that won at least once in every tier.
Minico is gonna get another one here, just passing cars like it's starting.
Oh! Minico takes flight! Minico takes flight! He's just went airborne! But our main focus is for the lead. Reminiscent to Season 9, Jack is closing in and gonna go the long way again! Trying to go for 3 in a row in Abu Dhabi, side by side! Flashbacks to Jack and Korsman. TV gets loose, and Jack is through again. Jack Miles, for the 11th time in his RPL F1 career, is going to be victorious. He'll also be extending the championship lead. But back-to-back wins for Jack. Once again, he wins the Portuguese Grand Prix.
As they come across the line, the Chile will cross the line first, but it is Joseph Loki who will win the French Grand Prix. Red Fire will come across the line. He'll claim P2, a podium for Red Fire.
Now, a battle still brewing. Hunted from the hospital to a win on track, but his teammate, a previous champion, wins in Canada once again. Tadpole back on the top step of the podium after so much bad luck. Since his last win, he wins the Canadian Grand Prix. I can finally say in F1 cars for the first time, and since 3 years of waiting, that drought's no longer. Polo God is a race winner in Tier 2 finally. He gets it done in the Hungaroring with a dominant victory. His first of the season, his first in F1 cars, his first in 3 years.
Red Fire, valiant, strong effort for him to get a podium into third place.
Leroy Fusion, to pull off the absolute miracle last season with Kicksauber, is now pulling off his first career win. It's McLaren and Fusion who win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Neski makes it a 1-2.
As around the final corner now. Oh, season opener goes to the win for TB. TB wins, Saito second, Renault 1-2.
But back-to-back weeks, Leo Lund lands on the top step of the podium.
Jack Miles coming across to win the British Grand Prix for the first time in his career. TB getting second. We have a wreck behind to finish it off.
This is it, one last hurrah into turn 9. Well, not turn 9. He's gonna go all the way to the inside and touch sidebot versus sidebot. JCK misses the corner. Through goes Hunt into the Grand Prix.
Scintillating battling in the last few laps. It's allowed Hunted to go through, and Hunted, your season 10 champion, has not won since the last race in the championship, but today he ends that drought to the line. Hunted wins for the 5th time in Tier 2 after a remarkable last few laps to the race. Hunted wins the Spanish Grand Prix and ends a 3-season drought.
Oh my goodness, but no. TB's out of ERS. He can't do it. Lewis Piper's gonna get a win. Lewis Piper's gonna win. You gotta be kidding me. Lewis Piper is gonna win for Alpine. He did it. Lewis Piper wins. TB second, Reese third.
But George Up Williams is going to get redemption for his win that was taken away from him in Season 9. Photo finish on track. George Up Williams gets redemption and extends the championship lead with it.
And Flora, just like Lewis Piper, steals the win. Beatnik gets second, Saito third.
The fake TB is going to make up for the disappointment of losing this race when he was in a championship battle in Season 8. And it was the race he lost when he went on to win the championship. Championship game back on in Monza. The fake TB from a disappointing qualifying to an amazing win. TB wins in Monza.
He got blistering start at the start, and he's done it pretty well. Matt GW gets his victory.
And it's his time once more. His time to shine for the last 2 seasons. George Up Williams crossing now to become back-to-back Tier 2 champion in style. He's the 3rd driver to do it for a single constructor, and he can have his burnout to himself right there. 7th place. Didn't have the day, but his day comes from the Drivers' Championship for back-to-back.
Jack Miles, from being a nobody, down in F3, down in Tier 2, and in backmarkers cars, to the top stage and the highest stage he's ever been on, to now the RPL champion. Jack Miles, league owner of RPL, wins the RPL championship for the first time. Leo Lund came into RPL last season in China and made his debut in the Alpine, getting a podium finish on his debut. And since then, he has been electric. Winning this race tonight will tie him all-time across all tiers with Iran Maxwell G for the most wins by a Swedish driver. He won't care about that though. What he'll care about is what he's claiming right now. And as he comes now to the final corner for the final time, this kid has been on it. He's something special, PSGL and esports. Leo Lund is the brand new RPL champion. He takes the Season 11 championship 5 rounds early.